In today's hyper-connected world, the next battlefield isn't defined by land, sea, or sky. It is the digital domain where every click, every byte, every line of code can be a weapon. Welcome to the modern age of cyber warfare, a realm where state-sponsored hackers, rogue cybercriminals, and even youth operating from their basements conspire to challenge the systems that power our lives. Across bustling cities and quiet suburban streets, from the corridors of high-tech government facilities to the hidden corners of dark web forums, the threat is real and evolving. We are witnessing an unprecedented surge in cyber attacks that blur the lines between criminal mischief and acts of war. In a world where our power grids, financial systems, and critical infrastructures are interconnected by streams of data, a single line of malicious code can trigger chaos on a global scale. Consider for a moment the digital assault on our energy lifelines. The United States electric grid, the very heartbeat of modern civilization, faces a continuous threat of sabotage, cyber intrusion, and deliberate blackouts. Imagine the profound disruption of a city plunged into darkness, the shutdown of hospitals, the stalling of transportation systems, and the crippling of emergency services. This is not a distant dystopia. It is a challenge that experts have warned us about for years, and it is unfolding right before our eyes. Throughout 2022 and beyond, U.S. intelligence agencies and security experts rallied under a stark and unwavering message: our digital defenses are under siege. In one of the most unsettling moments, Bill Whitaker reminded us that the question is no longer if a cyber attack will occur, but when it will strike and how devastating it might be. As we journey deeper into this digital battlefield, we encounter an array of actors, some state-sponsored, others criminal enterprises, and notably, a new generation of attackers emerging from unexpected quarters. The Scattered Spider Hacking Group, a coalition primarily composed of teenagers and young adults from the US, UK, and Canada, has disrupted the status quo with daring acts of cyber intrusion. Their methods, ranging from SIM swapping to help desk impersonation, are a testament to how quickly the barriers between novice curiosity and full-scale cyber warfare can dissolve. Major retailers, airlines, and insurance companies have found themselves in the crosshairs of these covert operatives, sparking a wake-up call to cybersecurity professionals around the globe. Our modern digital conflict is not confined by national borders. In 2023, a momentous interview brought together FBI Director Christopher Wray and intelligence leaders from the Five Eyes Alliance, unmasking a narrative of relentless global threat. Wray's warnings, underscored by the specter of cyber espionage and digital manipulation, resonated with urgency. He spoke of an adversary whose ambitions stretched far beyond conventional crime, a state actor drawing on the power of artificial intelligence built on vast troves of stolen intellectual property. These revelations underscored the need for a vigilant and coordinated international response. But the challenges do not stop at espionage and corporate theft. The digital battlefield is populated by multifaceted adversaries. In 2025, a dramatic shift in cyber warfare strategies became evident. Russia, once primarily focused on undermining American systems, pivoted its efforts towards the United Kingdom. This redirection brought about a surge in hybrid attacks targeted at British infrastructure, with undersea fiber optic cables, the unseen arteries of global data, becoming a prime target for those who wish to disrupt the flow of information and commerce. Here, in the dim glow of server rooms and data centers, technology meets treachery. The stark reality of these digital threats forces us to confront a series of difficult questions. How do we protect the systems that underpin our daily lives? Who will safeguard our critical infrastructures from relentless, faceless enemies? And most importantly, can the collective strength of nations, experts, and innovators rise to the challenge of defending a world that is increasingly defined by its digital connections? As experts pool their knowledge and resources, a beacon of resilience emerges. Digital firewalls, once static lines of code, are evolving into dynamic, adaptive shields against intrusions. Security professionals across the globe are hard at work, designing sophisticated countermeasures to predict, detect, and neutralize threats before they can escalate into full-blown attacks. But even as technological advancements shine a hopeful light on the future, the ever-adapting tactics of cyber adversaries remain a formidable challenge. In our exploration of modern cyber warfare, we also note the important role of collaboration. Law enforcement agencies, intelligence communities, and private sector innovators are steadily breaking down the silos that once hindered the flow of critical information. For instance, in a groundbreaking cooperative effort, the FBI and international intelligence agencies have established a unified front against cybercrime, sharing insights and strategies to thwart disruptors of modern society. Their collective vigilance and shared expertise underscore a fundamental truth. In the digital age, security is a global responsibility. The enemy who breaches one nation's firewall has the potential to weaken the entire fabric of international security. Layered over these high-stakes confrontations is a different kind of struggle, a tension between urgency and hope. On one hand, the increasing frequency and sophistication of cyber attacks serve as a constant reminder of our vulnerability. On the other, the same relentless threat has spurred breakthrough innovations in cybersecurity technology, inspiring experts to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outthink would-be attackers. In laboratories and command centers worldwide, minds are coming together to craft solutions that can turn the tide of this digital conflict. These pioneering efforts serve as testimonies to human ingenuity and the enduring quest for security in an insecure age. Throughout our journey, the visual tapestry of this unfolding drama has been as compelling as the facts themselves. Fast cuts between flickering servers, neon-lit data streams, and the solemn faces of cybersecurity experts emphasize the tangible reality of an invisible war. Each frame of our narrative is a reminder of the stakes involved, the interplay of light and shadow in cyberspace, where every digital firewall could be the difference between order and chaos. We now turn our focus to a reality that is not bound by the screens and signals of the digital world, but rather reflected in the very fabric of our societies. The modern digital battlefield is rewriting the rules of engagement. Where battles were once fought with guns and grenades, now lines of code have become the weapons of choice. In one stark example of the evolving nature of cyber threats, remember the warnings from intelligence communities regarding the vulnerabilities that have plagued our transportation, financial, and healthcare sectors. The repercussions of a single successful attack extend far beyond mere data loss. They ripple through communities, disrupt vital services, and undermine public trust in institutions once thought impregnable. Every breached firewall, every infiltrated system, reinforces the urgent need for improved digital defenses and international cooperation. This documentary is not merely an account of incidents and technical jargon, it is a call to collective action. The dangers of cyber warfare are as real as any physical threat, and the solutions demand not only cutting-edge technology, but also a commitment to unity among nations and communities. The fight against cybercrime is a battle for the very essence of our modern way of life, and its outcome will shape the future of global security for generations to come. As we stand at this crossroads in history, the narrative of digital conflict unfolds with both fear and determination. It is an era where yesterday's warnings have become today's emergencies, and where every individual, organization, and government must take up the mantle of security. The tools of modern warfare may be intangible, but their impact is indisputably tangible. The digital realm is a frontier that must be defended with ingenuity, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to the protection of our collective future. Consider the quiet heroism of the cybersecurity experts who labor tirelessly behind screens, their expertise transforming lines of code into shields that safeguard our digital existence. Their efforts are a silent, steadfast counterforce against the relentless tide of cyber attacks that threaten to sweep away our modern comforts and security. In our investigation of this digital battlefield, we have encountered a sobering reality. The fight against cybercrime is both a technological challenge and a human contest of wills. As hackers evolve their tactics, so too must our defenses. The spirit of innovation, the drive to protect our communities, and the collective resolve to maintain secure networks are forces that can and will triumph over adversities in cyberspace. Emerging from the shadow of imminent threat is a message of hope steeped in realism. Yes, the digital domain is fraught with risks, but it is also a space where knowledge is power, where collaboration across borders can forge impenetrable alliances, and where every challenge spurs us to build a more resilient future. Today, more than ever, the call for increased cybersecurity is not just a technical imperative, it is a moral one. In a world where every moment is connected by invisible threads of data, our duty to preserve and protect that connectivity has never been greater. As our journey through the modern digital battlefield reaches its crescendo, let us embrace the vision of a secure future. The lines of code that once symbolized vulnerability are now evolving into lines of defense. The innovation, dedication, and collaboration of cybersecurity experts are transforming fraught digital landscapes into bastions of hope and resilience. We began our narrative with a note of urgency, a stark introduction to the cyber threats that loom over us. Today, that urgency has only deepened, yet so too has the resolve of those who stand guard behind our digital walls. The challenge is immense, but the spirit to overcome it burns brightly in the hearts and minds of countless professionals worldwide. In this ever-shifting arena, our greatest weapon is not fear, but the unyielding commitment to safeguard the systems that enable modern society to thrive. In the end, the future of security lies in vigilance, resilience, and a united global front. This call to arms is a reminder that while cyber warfare is here, we have the power to shape a secure tomorrow. Cyber war is here. Are we ready?